If you don't like hearing disturbing shit, definitely skip. Okay, so this bitch, Alexee Trevizo, I don't know how to pronounce her name. She's this cheerleader, I think a senior in high school.
Okay.
Who went to the hospital for back pain.
Oh no. No, I don't even know where this is going.
You don't know where this is.
No.
It takes a fucking turn, that's for sure. So she goes to the hospital for back pain. And while she's there, she gets up to go to the bathroom. She's in there for a while. Everybody kept checking on her every now and then, like, you all right? And then at one point, as they're checking on her, like, she comes out of the bathroom. She just walks right past them, goes back to her bed, whatever. And then they go into the bathroom, and there's blood everywhere.
Okay.
Blood all over the walls, just blood everywhere.
Walls? Why the walls?
Fucking...
Did Freddie got fingered a baby?
So, I mean, I don't know exactly what went on in there. Nobody, I don't think anybody will ever know exactly what went on in there.
Okay, this is very ominous so far.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe she'll be open about it. But so there's blood everywhere. They fucking look in the trash can, and like, I guess like underneath there was like it was like hidden under a new trash bag or something like that. I don't remember exactly how they said it, but it was like hidden, so they didn't see it at first. But in the trash can, wrapped in plastic, was a newborn baby.
Okay. But it's dead because she murdered it.
Definitely dead.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, it's wrapped in plastic.
Wrapped in plastic? Okay, go on.
I mean, that's what they're saying.
Okay.
It was wrapped in plastic. That's what the nurses say. So.
Wait, did she bring it into the hospital with her?
No, she was pregnant.
Okay.
Supposedly her mom didn't know.
Okay. And she gave birth in the bathroom.
At the hospital.
And murdered the baby.
Got up to went to the bathroom, had the baby, threw it in the trash. So.
Well, got blood on the wall somehow, so she like.
Well, so I'm guessing that she made a mess trying to cover it up. Like, I don't know what the fuck, she's slipping it all over her blood. Like, oh, what's going on? I don't know.
Maybe.
But.
I'm starting to feel really bad for her. Is she like special needs? That's a very like not like. Are you completely all there?
Needs.
You know, like
she's like a cheerleader. She seems like a dumb cheerleader. Like she's.
If you're hot, you could be special needs, and people don't notice. That's the problem with women being special needs.
But so they confront her about it. They're like, they ask her about it, and she says that she was going to the bathroom and it just fell out, and she didn't know what to do. That's her story.
Yeah. But they're like, this thing is like beaten to hell.
Well, I guess the autopsy said that it died from like asphyxiation. So.
Oh, that's not bad. That could be anything then.
Well, they used a weird word. They used a word I've never heard for a murder before. They said it died of.
Like a trauma that caused it to his
it's a word like almost like disposal. Like it was a word like that. Like it was like, what the fuck?
Huh.
But like it was being left in the trash can wrapped in plastic that killed it.
Oh. How did she get the plastic?
I'm guessing there was like plastic in the bathroom, like
strange.
For, like to
maybe
change
a
the bag, and that's how there was a new bag in there. I'm assuming.
Okay.
So she wrapped it, put it in there, and then put a new bag over it.
Oh no.
But like, and I laugh out of like
because it's awful.
It's awful. Yeah, I'm not laughing out of it. I don't think it's funny at all. It's fucking horrible. So she actually like went to prom after all this and everything. I mean, they didn't arrest her right away. They assumed her story was true. Like she had the baby, didn't know she was having a baby. It fell out. She didn't know what to do. She put it in the trash can, which is not what you do.
Yeah.
If that happens, you don't just throw it away. But, and I keep saying it, and I feel bad about that. I don't know the gender.
Yeah.
She kept saying it.
Yeah,
and that's fucked up.
We'll just call it Ed. It got killed.
But yeah, she went to prom and everything after. But people have like dug up like pictures and video of her like doing cheerleading. She obviously has a baby bump.
Yeah,
so like her mom had to have known. There's no way her fucking mother didn't know she was pregnant. Yeah. No fucking way. She had a fucking bump. And like, so the way I stumbled upon this case was actually the body cam footage of the cops going to the house to arrest her. I didn't even know what the case was at first. The cops go to the house. So this is like several days after all this has happened. And the mom is like playing dumb. Like, why are you guys here? Like, what's going on? Why do you need to talk to her? Like, why do you think? You know? But she's like kind of like hiding her daughter at first, and then like eventually goes and gets her, and they arrest her and shit. But like,
what'd she get arrested for?
For murder? Yeah, for murdering her child. Yeah. When I'm assuming when the autopsy came back, they were like, okay, this is murder. It was alive. Because, okay, that's the detail I skipped, my bad. In the autopsy,
it proved that the bag killed the baby.
It proved that the baby took a breath.
Yeah.
So it breathed air after it was born. So she was the one that killed it. It wasn't born dead like she said.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, so they're arresting her for...
putting it in the bag is what killed it.
Yeah, so they're counting that as murder.
Yeah.
Which I agree.
Yeah.
She knew that would fucking kill it.
Probably.
Yeah. And I'm assuming she knew it was alive.
She probably thought she could just get away with it.
I think it seems like she thought she could just get away with that. She could just throw it away and nobody would ever fucking know. That's insane. But that's what it seems like her thought process was. Because why else would you ever do something like that?
And at that point, you can't be... I don't think... I don't know. This is like... It's like a weird thing that people do then, right? It's like a weird thing that some people like do. Like some people's brains malfunction by like putting their newborn baby in a bag so they could go to parties. Like this is just a phenomenon.
Something I've learned looking into true crime, especially when it comes to young, like teenagers.
Yeah.
A lot of them are way dumber than I was at that age.
Yeah.
Because when I was 13, 14, I knew damn well if I stab somebody to death, I'm going to prison. But it seems like whenever that happens, a 13, 14-year-old fucking kills somebody and they're like, what's going on? Why are you arresting me? What's happening?
Yeah.
So it seems like kids are just really fucking dumb now and don't understand consequences.
Well, I don't think it's now, but I think a large amount of people...
Or it's just, maybe I'm just more intelligent than I thought I was. I don't know. I don't want to... Like,
no, it's probably you're above a median line where there's a like suggestible people underneath, you know.
It seems like a lot of kids are like that dumb though. It's crazy.
Yeah. But it's not, because to quantify it as dumb would be like to take away sort of some of their agency, but obviously they're like capable of blending in. They're just also they're like broken. Like a lot of killers just seem to be like,
you thought you could throw your baby in the trash at a hospital and nobody would find out. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah, but it's also just broken reasoning. She was obviously capable in a lot of ways in order to
I'm not saying she was mentally challenged. That's not what I mean by dumb.
No, but I think she might have been mentally challenged. But also I don't
think so though. That's what I'm saying is I think it's something else, because a lot of these other cases I see, these kids do not seem like they are mentally incapable, but they seem very ignorant of consequences for some reason.
Yeah, well, I think that's probably has something to do with some type of disassociation from a mental disorder, you know?
So, like, it's like you think they don't understand that?
I think
it's like
that there's probably something pathological there.
It's like a I'm invincible kind of mindset.
Yeah, like, and people get themselves killed by acting like that.
But I mean, everybody kind of has that mindset to an extent.
Her mindset was probably like, oh, I'll figure this out. Nobody will have to know, and I'll figure this out myself, and I won't have to get an abortion. You know, I won't have to ever tell my mom, you know. And her plan fucking failed, but like, the way our psychology works is she started down the wrong path in the first place, you know, a path that many people can go down, but a lot of people don't go down because they don't take like the first step to start like going into this like fucking part where you're the most reasonable decision is also the least reasonable decision, you know, because your motivations are fucked up. Because like, I mean, with her, I think partially it's got to be like, there's some like, whether it's a mental illness or like a disability, like there's something that really failed to connect there. And I think the same thing is sort of like this, because this reminds me a lot of Casey Anthony. And I feel like very much a similar thing was happening there. Casey Anthony was the lady who got away with wrapping her baby up in a bag and tape and burying it in her backyard and not telling anybody for a couple months.
Yeah. She like buried it alive.
Well, I don't know if it was proven that it was alive, but she killed it at some point and
like
wrapped it in plastic. It died through asphyxiation, but there's no determining whether it was the bag or whether she suffocated it beforehand. But she also buried her child and wrapped it in plastic and did it. And then was like, I don't know what happened. Yeah, and said, I don't know what happened. And it worked. Yeah, like for her, it actually worked. Yeah. You know, because
I did. I listened to a podcast and like some like, I think I listened to her interrogation, like full interrogation and shit.
That shit malfunctioned everybody's brains that touched that fucking case. It's the weirdest case to learn about. Her mom was fucking malfunctioning. The fucking people who failed to prosecute her, fucking, because it was so like it was so obvious that she like killed her daughter with intent and tried to hide it and like did so for a month and fucking off.
And even like, when I was listening to her interrogation, like there was like a couple interrogations because they like went, they had her like take them like where she last like had the kid or whatever, you know, like you know how they do shit. And she was like mixing up her stories and acting weird and giggly, and even in the interrogations that I was listening to, she's like giggling sometimes and shit like that. And you could tell the cops, like, they could see through it. They're like, what the fuck, this bitch is lying.
It's very unsettling, her behavior.
Yeah.